Hi, I'm Jeremy Kroll. Greetings to the annual conference there in Pennsylvania from Naknek, Alaska, and sitting in our Cherokee 6 here with the FLAPS airplane, and going to give you a little bit of a tour of our facilities and the aircraft and show you some more videos of us flying and a couple other interviews. So enjoying you to, or ask you to follow along with us. Well, this is our 1974 Cherokee 6 300, kind of the workhorse of the fleet. Has 6 seats, actually a total of 7 seats, a jump seat that goes in the middle. And this is what we use for transporting the vacation Bible school teams and the kids up to Tenalian Bible Camp in Port Allsworth. Fairly spacious cabin by small aircraft standards, baggage compartment back there, and our seats here, and fairly well equipped through the donations of many generous donors. And I've equated it to being our Suburban of the skies, just kind of a heavy hauling aircraft, and really works well as a cargo hauler and also a people hauler. And we also have a nose baggage compartment there as well. Really useful aircraft for up here. This is our 1972 Cherokee 140 4-place aircraft, and I've kind of equated this one to being the equivalent of a Honda Civic. It's a very economical aircraft, much smaller cabin than our Cherokee 6, but does well for typically Pastor Jeff and I go up to Equok in this aircraft, and we can get a little bit of baggage in there. It's actually got 4 seats. I got one of the seats out right now, but really nice economy. Costs about half the cost of the Cherokee 6 to fly. So if we have a smaller load in the aircraft, just people, it works very well for that. Very grateful to have this aircraft as well. The low wing design, the Cherokee designs are very well suited for the area that we are in because of the higher winds that we deal with. So also a very useful aircraft in our fleet. We are very blessed to have a hangar up here in this area, and it allows us to plug the airplanes in the night before, or to turn on the waste oil heater and preheat the aircraft. We can get an aircraft that's cold ready to go in about an hour and a half. And there are those in the community that don't have access to a hangar, and it takes them about 4 or 5 hours to get the airplane ready to go when it's winter time. So we're very blessed and fortunate to have this hangar here in this area. Here we are inside the hangar, and one of the tools that we have as well is this Kubota tractor. Works great as for a variety of projects, and then also for us to be able to move the aircraft around. Great aircraft tug. This is also our 1960s model, as I believe it's actually built in 1959, Cessna 175. It's a 4-place aircraft as well. It's undergoing some maintenance. This airplane is very useful for some of the airstrips that we go into that's a shorter airstrip. It's got what's called a STOL kit. That stands for Short Field Takeoff and Landing Kit. Has some modifications to it, so this aircraft with a full load can take off in about 500 to 700 feet versus most of those two Cherokees we showed you are about 1,200 feet or 1,400 feet fully loaded. So this is a very useful airplane for getting in and out of some of the shorter airstrips. And here's the inside of the hangar. Once again, we're very blessed to have this hangar here. We're doing a little bit of door maintenance here, so that's why we've got a lot of parts over there in the corner. But very blessed to have this hangar, be able to do maintenance out of the elements, and be able to do inspections thoroughly that way. Well, I'm standing here with Pastor Jeff Swanson, and we're standing in front of our Cherokee 6. And Pastor Jeff, would you just tell us how FLAPS assists you in ministry?
Yeah, well, first of all, greetings to the AFLC annual conference from Naknek, Alaska. We're praying that you have a wonderful week there of fellowship and fruitful ministry at the annual conference. We really appreciate the ministry of FLAPS here and the support that they give to the aviation side of the ministry here in Naknek. And the aviation side of the ministry is a really big side of the ministry because we minister here in Naknek, but as far as the radio station and the translators, those are out in other villages. Some of our ministry is in villages like South Naknek and Ekwok. This summer, all of the VBS team's work is in villages around the area. None of that work is possible without aviation. Jeremy flies the VBS team to the villages, flies some of the support for KAK and radio to the villages. Ministry in South Naknek and Ekwok, we have to fly there. So we're dependent upon aviation. We're dependent on these airplanes and Jeremy's ability to fly and to fix the airplanes, and he is strongly supported by FLAPS. So we couldn't do a very large majority of what we do without the ministry of FLAPS. So we're greatly indebted and greatly appreciative of what FLAPS does to support the work here in Alaska.
We certainly are grateful for you and your ministry here as well, and excited to continue serving together here in the ministry up here in Bristol Bay. Thanks. Video greeting. Here we go.
Alaska right now. We're in our second village of the week in Manicodic. I'm Heather. I'm from Abercrombie, North Dakota.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm from Mesa, Arizona.
I'm Tyler. I'm from Yorkville, Illinois.
I'm Eli, and I'm from Mesa, Arizona as well.
And here is all the supplies that we will need for the week, including our sleeping gear, our puppets, our food, our snacks, our bug spray, or as they like to say in the village is bug dope. And we're excited for this week to just come hang out with the kids, maybe hike a mountain, hopefully see a bear at a safe distance, or if one is dead, that's okay with me too. Because you never know what will happen in village life. So we appreciate your prayers back in the lower 48 as well. And hopefully that is our van that will come pick us up so we do not have to hike 6 miles to our house.
There you go.
And I'm Jeremy Kroll. We flew here in the FLAPS Cherokee 6, all that stuff, and these wonderful people that are going to be sharing God's Word here in Manicodic all came in this plane. So we're grateful for what you guys are going to be doing, and continue to uplift you in our prayers.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Bye. We thank you for watching. We thank you for your prayers. We thank you for your support, and are excited to see what God continues to do through this ministry and other ministries in the AFLC. And we do thank you for all that you do in support and in your prayers. Thanks. Lord bless.